please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Hi, good afternoon. You're watching Your Stocks. I'm Smera Abdi. With me is Mangala Malu. Well, the market has taken off, so it's almost 1% higher for the Nifty. It's at the high point of the day. The Sensex is higher by about 260 odd points, so that's looking good. The mid-cap index has been outperforming, and well, guess what? It's just widening its lead. So the index itself is now up 300 points, and it looks like it's a good day across the board. So there's almost nothing that that seems not to be participating. Actually, just some bit of pessimism around PSU banks, but other than that, it's green on the screen. Even the advanced decline ratio, pull that up. There'll be about 2 stocks on the NSE which are advancing for every 1 stock which is failing behind. Mangalam.
Absolutely, Samara. Green on the screen, and how just some asset quality was coming in for PFC. The net NPA as well as the gross NPA have risen both quarter on quarter in absolute terms and percentage terms. So we'll keep an eye out on that. But meanwhile, a lot of short covering is taking place. The 10,500 call should come up for you. That one has shed about 11 lakh shares in open interest, and that is what is propelling the markets further. So we'll keep an eye out on individual stocks and individual options. But the Future Group, they are spending about 100 crore rupees for the first phase of cashless Easy Day stores across India. My colleague Ashpreet Sethi caught up with Kishore Biani, the founder and CEO of Future Group, who explains how his group will focus more on the small stores business going ahead. Listen in.
I think we call it Retail 3.0, which is a convergence of physical and digital. And we already started the journey. I think we should be now 1,000 stores on the small stores. And it's a membership store, so we are making members in every store. Every store has around 3,000 members. That's the idea of making. And every member will be given technology. So they are already on our wallet, which is our Future Pay, which is a payment ecosystem. They are already ordering on WhatsApp. We are releasing an app to them which they can order. We are also talking of conversational commerce. So there will be multiple things in which customer can interact with us. Plus we are giving a lot of things into the customer to get them into our entire ecosystem of Future Group. So there are multiple things happening, and how technology is going to enable to make product cheaper and get delivery faster.
So has this started on pilot basis, or has it already started across some of the stores as far as 1,000 stores are concerned?
I think WhatsApp ordering has already started. 600 stores are already on membership. We have acquired recently a chain called Food World. So that's going to move into this ecosystem. So there's multiple things happening at the same time.
There were also talks about new categories in the presentation that was being made inside. So what kind of new categories can we expect at your chain of stores? I
think whatever the customer wants, we are going to deliver that to them. That's the whole idea of this whole model, which is based on a Sanskrit word called Tathastu. You ask, we deliver, and you think, and we'll be able to deliver. I think based on the members' data, we'll be able to think what they want and maybe create a subscription model, maybe create a basket model wherein we know what they are shopping, and accordingly it's given to them.
Right, so then what are the expansion plans as far as small store segment?
I think 10,000 stores is the vision for small stores over a period of maybe 6-7 years.
6-7 years.
And this year we should add up another 1,000 stores.
Right, so then you also spoke to Lada ma'am recently as far as cnbc TV18's conversation is concerned. You said synergies are required in the whole sector itself. I spoke to Suresh Narayanan. He's saying that alliances will be the key way forward as far as the sector is concerned. What is your view, sir?
I think we are forming alliances. It's our ecosystem which we have made. Our ecosystem consists of our commerce. It consists of our own logistic business. It also talks about our payment. We have got into financial services. We are partners in terms of Bajaj Finance. We are offering credit to our customers. We are also working on selling insurance to our customers. So it's an entire ecosystem which is getting formed, and there will be something with alliances and something which we will be doing on our own.
Right, so then are you also looking at stake sale? Is that on the radar?
I think we are not talking about any stake sale.
All right, so that was Kishore Biani detailing out his plans for retail. So we will keep an eye out on the Future Group. Retail stocks have been a buzz. But let's shift focus then, answering all your queries. It is Friday, and it is the ladies' special edition on Your Stocks, where we answer queries from all our female callers. Joining us today to answer all the queries, we have Rajesh Agarwal as Prakash Gaba. Thanks a lot, gentlemen, for joining in. First up, we have Mamta, who writes to us from Mumbai, holds about 270 shares of Sun Pharma at 972 rupees for the last 3 years. Long-term investor losing a fair amount of money, wants to know whether to hold or sell. Well, Rajesh, a classic definition of a long-term investor, holding a good company which has been an index stock for the last 3 years, still losing a large amount of money ahead of results. What would your recommendation be on Sun Pharma?
Yes, I do agree that it's very depressing and disappointing to hold an index stock for such a long time and wipe out 50% of your capital. But pharma has been out of favor since Trump took over the reins. And I think this kind of situation is going to be there for some more time. As far as numbers are concerned, today they are likely to report their numbers, and it's likely to be down by around 23-24%. There are pricing pressures as no big launches have been done in the US. So I don't think there would be any positive surprises in the numbers as such. What we would look out is for FY19 guidance and the status of halal. What I would suggest is sell around 525 rupees after some time. We believe that it will move up to 525 in a way next 3 to 4 months.
All right, so some upside seen on Sun Pharma. Up next, we have a query coming in from Sita, who writes to us from Bengaluru. She says she holds 100 shares of Kwality at 151 rupees. She's been holding for a year. She's a long-term investor, wants to know what she should do at these levels. Kwality now, the stock trading at about 47 odd rupees, but what a year it's had. Actually, it's 60% down just this year alone. Prakash, for somebody who wants to hold on for the long time, what would the advice be? I mean, it's already sub 50. Is there more downside?
There's no downside and there's no point holding it. Simple. Such a weak structure of the chart, even if it decides to go up, unless a basic turnaround happens, no, I don't think. And even if basic turnaround, chartically, it doesn't happen in a V formation. It happens in a strong stock, but not in a weak stock like this. It's going to take a couple of years for it to go up. Exit, book loss, sometimes it's better.
Sending gains for the markets, the Nifty bank closing in on that 26,300 mark, a triple century for the Sensex, as well as the Nifty has hit a century. Mid-cap index, that one too has hit a triple century. We're at the high point of the day, and the advanced decline ratio, both of them, those lines should come up for you. They are at the widest. And as we speak, a couple of options, they should come up for you. The 10,500 call, we were talking about how we saw a lot of short covering there, as well as we're seeing a fair amount of writing. Remember, next week is expiry, so 10,500 put as well as the 10,600 put are seeing a fair amount of writing. We have numbers coming in from Pony Sugars. All the sugar stocks have been beaten, and there were expectations of poor numbers from the set, and there we have it, a net loss of 3.3 crores versus 1.7 crores, so the net loss widens. So let's move on. We have a caller, Chitra, calling us from Mumbai with a query. Chitra, go ahead.
Hi, I have 500 shares of Jindal Poly at 390. Okay. I bought it on a fundamental basis, thinking it's a great scrip and the best among its peers. I've been holding it for 1 year. I'm willing to average if the story is worth pursuing. And I'm willing to hold as well. So what should I do?
Are you a compulsive investor? You have more other stocks in your portfolio, or this is just one of them?
I have many more, probably around 30 more stocks.
Okay, fine. So we'll first get a technical check, because you are fundamentally sound on knowing what is right or not right about the company. Prakash, chart-wise, what does the stock suggest? Jindal Poly, any upside from current level? She's sitting on a bit of a loss.
Upside, I would say, is difficult. Even if it does go up, 300 is the stiff resistance to deal with. I think in the first place, it's not going to 300, but it's coming down to closer to 165. If she can hold that, a call. But looks like 165 is on the card. Will it turn from here? Possible. Who knows how long it takes? But it's coming down to 165 for sure.
All right, so that's the advice for you, Chitra. The stock is headed lower. But Prakash, I want to just come to you for a chart check. It's now a 100-point gain on the Nifty. The Sensex is higher by 300 points. The mid-cap index too is taken off. Is it significant, the move today? I mean, what kind of levels would open up now?
I would say that yesterday evening at the closing bell, we said 200 points higher from here. This morning I said around 10,600. It's already achieved that. I think it's heading to 10,675 or maybe it's 10,700 zones. It's still on the cards. What we have seen a move today is a gap up open. That gap up open is a power, and it's continued as a journey up. Absorption. There were some reactions, but they got absorbed, so upside is on. I think looks like we are going up higher. A couple of mid-caps, they're booming as we speak. Prakash, MCX, that one should come up for you, up 15% as we speak. And then you have something like a TVS Motor as well, which has moved to the high point of the day. But MCX,
What's the chart suggesting on MCX?
I think we recommend the stock MCX this morning. It's going up to levels closer to 850 plus zones. MCX is certainly looking good. Good base formation, MCX closer to 760 zones, then 750 zones. Again, a good base formation. I think it's heading up. Who knows? Even 900 is not ruled out. MCX.
See, when the market goes up, it puts everybody in a good mood, and then you discover words like booming. I don't even know what that means. Okay. But let's get back to answering our queries. Shalini Kapoor now writes to us from New Delhi. She says she holds 500 shares of Ramco Systems, which she bought at 567. Ouch. She bought it about 3 years ago. She's a long-term investor. Wants to know what to do. Rajesh, I don't want to be in your shoes, but go ahead. What's your take?
See, somewhere the numbers have been bad. This quarter they reported almost 47% drop in PAT, but that was due to lower other income. Looking at the numbers, the size of the operations are very small and the valuations are highly stretched. You have like the likes of Infosys and TCS, Tech Mahindra trading at much lower valuation than what Ramco Systems is. So I would say switch to those counters. Maybe a TCS would be a better bet.
Okay.
See, somewhere the numbers have been bad. This quarter they reported almost 47% drop in PAT, but that was due to lower other income. Looking at the numbers, the size of the operations are very small and the valuations are highly stretched. You have like the likes of Infosys and TCS, Tech Mahindra trading at much lower valuation than what Ramco Systems is. So I would say switch to those counters. Maybe a TCS would be a better bet.
Okay, a TCS would be a better bet, sitting on almost all of the capital being eroded for her. We have Malini Shet writing to us from Bengaluru, holds 75 shares of ICICI Bank at 253 rupees a piece, sitting on a fair amount of profit. She's been holding for the last 4 years. Long-term investor wants to know whether to hold or sell. Prakash, the long-term story for ICICI Bank?
I think ICICI Bank long-term story is absolutely fine. Seen some good base formation closer to 280, a higher formation closer to 290. I think it's going up. Some kind of hiccups around 310, but once it crosses 315, 320 zones, wow, it's going up. So I think it's a long-term story. Nothing to worry. Just hold on.
All right. Well, lots more people want to know about banks. Priyanka Gupta writes from Pune. She holds 275 shares in Yes Bank. She bought it at 331 rupees a year ago and wants to know what she should do. She's making a bit of money, Rajesh. Should she remain invested for now?
Of course, we have a buy call on this bank since a very long time, and we still reiterate our buy call on this. The numbers have been pretty strong. Q4 numbers have been strong, have been doing well since last several quarters. Recently, they have recovered money from Bhushan deal, and their strategy has always been improving the share of low cost and retail deposit, and this is going to give good numbers in coming quarters also. We would say any downside in this should be taken as an opportunity to accumulate.
So a lot of individual stocks, they're buzzing. I mean, for the lack of a better word, Sumera, you just spoke about booming. So a lot of the retail stocks, they should come up for you. Avenue Supermarts back close to that 1500 rupees mark. Remember, yesterday, all the selling from the promoter got over. So the supply overhang is over and that stock has moved to the high point of the day. Along with that, we have a lot of these logistics companies. They are buzzing with fair amount of volumes as well. So the likes of Snowman Logistics, Patel Integrated, Gateway Distripark, that one's actually locked in upper circuit as we speak, and that's trading with volumes of close to 11.5 lakh shares being traded. So it's higher than the historical average that we're seeing in a lot of these logistics stocks. So a lot of individual stocks booming.
Yeah, it's true actually, and you know, a lot of the media stocks also are now catching play. So I just happened to see TV18 broadcast. That one is up, what, 4-5% now. A lot of it has come through with the standard disclaimer, of course, that they're the owner and producer of the channel that you're watching. But let's get back to answering our queries. It's Friday, so it's ladies special. Our two experts, Rajesh and Prakash, are here with us. And the next query comes in from Chandra Shrikant, who's written in from Mumbai. She holds 1,600 shares in Renuka Sugars. She bought it at 1560, so just about in the money now. She is a short-term investor, wants to know what to do. So Prakash, she's making just a tad bit of money in Sri Renuka, and so she just used this to exit.
100%. Make money, like make hay while sun shines. Better chance to exit is now.
All right, make hay while sun shines. This time, just eat the pie when the sugar is there on the table. Or not a good one. Okay, so Sumaira doesn't approve of this pun, which is a very bad one. It's Friday, I'm sorry. T. Prema, let's move to the next one. She writes to us from Tuti Korin. I hope you're fine, Tuti Korin. It's been in the eye of the storm right now. She holds 30 shares of Glenmark, 650 rupees a year. She is a long-term investor, wants to know whether to hold or sell. Rajesh, Glenmark, we earlier had a query on Sun Pharma, now Glenmark. What's your view?
I would say hold on to the stock because we have found that the stock has been witnessing sluggish growth in major markets, hence the underperformance. But when you look at the valuations, it looks attractive. And the worst part is the R&D investments done by the company so far are closer to see some fruits, madam. It's just waiting for a trigger. Trading at around 13 times FY19 earnings, the stock trades at a very attractive valuation. New investors can even buy at these levels.
Hey, Prakash, you agree? A hold on Glenmark?
Certainly. I must disclose I have this stock in my portfolio. It's a hold for long term.
All right, so Prema, the advice for you is that remain invested for now, and we hope that you stay safe as well in Tuti Korin. Up next, our last query of the day comes in from Sonam, who's written to us from Kolkata. She has 2,000 shares of Amtech Auto. She has bought it at 26.50, so making quite a bit of a loss. Had ample opportunities to exit, but now wants to know what she should do. She's been holding for a year and is a long-term investor. Prakash, I mean, for somebody who's bought into Amtech Auto, who's perhaps missed the news flow of the last many months, what does she do?
Two things. In a circuit stock, if you want to buy, you cannot buy it. If you want to sell, you cannot sell it. Now it's on the upper circuit. If you can't sell now, when? Exit.
Rajesh, your quick thoughts?
I would go with the same view of selling, but what I would say is that it is circuit to circuit from last few days, carry on for some time. Once the circuit opens, get out of the stock, but it's a sell.
All right, gentlemen, thanks very much for your advice this afternoon. We'll wrap up then on your stocks, but do stay tuned. Closing bell will take you through the last hour of trade, and remember to keep sending us your queries by logging on to cnbctv18.com. Bye-bye. Enjoy your weekend.